Well, it's MLK weekend, and that means that you gays are coming to Atlanta to be messy.
Give me your wig, give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your wig.
What's up, everybody? I know that many of you are scrambling right now to get some Ivy Park. Thank you so much for taking the time out to pause that and watch my video. I'm especially excited because we reached our second goal when it comes to people signing up to Patreon. And when I reach the third goal, I'm gonna be calling 3 random patrons and thanking them for their support. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, we released a podcast episode on Tuesday. There's another one coming up on Tuesday, articles on Thursday. It's just like, girl, go over there. Early content, especially when YouTube be fucking up, girl. You don't wanna miss anything. Thank you, beautiful people, for all of the support and love. Now let's get into some of the things that are going on. I wanna pick a couple topics. Let's first start out with Megan, as we usually do around here. Megan Thee Stallion was apparently in the studio with Pharrell, and they've been working on a cute little beat. I just know that Megan's gonna slide on that beat. She's giving very much reverse the way that not one hop this time. This is gonna do a whole Casper slide on that beat, and I'm fucking ready. You already know that when you get Pharrell to be a producer on your track, the sound is gonna be infectious. We know that already. Shout out to Megan for those money moves. So speaking of the music industry, I don't know what's going on with some of y'all faves fans. Why are y'all faves fans not streaming they faves music? What's going on? Selena Gomez said, please y'all, I'm not trying to discount my shit. I'm not trying to sell my shit for no cent. You know what I mean? $1 on the iTunes. She said, please don't stream my shit. She said, I'm neck and neck with another incredibly talented artist. That artist is Roddy Ricch, who is holding the #1 spot with, I mean, the box, all that shit. It's holding #1. It's just weird to see these people with huge names. Like, we could talk about them non-singing and their talent or whatever, but it's just so strange to see these people who have such huge brands, like, just get on here begging y'all to stream their shit. And even it's weirder to me that they're not set. Like, girl, it's the #2. Like, you can be okay. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of the fan bases are coming up missing. Do we need to do a wellness check and knock on a few doors to see what's going on with their fans? Stream y'all fave shit so they can get up off my TL. Speaking of somebody who needs to get up and out of here, that's Quavo. Quavo was apparently at Offset's little after party, and apparently what happened was Quavo was not recognized. They did not know who Sis was. He knocked on that door, boop, 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 and they looked through that peephole, you know what I mean? They said, huh? Quavo was not recognized. They didn't know who he was at Offset's after party. So Quavo got mad as hell. He punching people. One of the people he actually punched was trying to help him. One of the twins, you know, the dancing twins with Beyonce. Like, this aggression, sis, like, first of all, let's use our critical and problem-solving skills. If you're at your best friend's party, all you have to do is sit your ass down and wait a couple minutes for security to clear your ass so you can walk in. It's all right. You're not gonna be recognized everywhere you go. It's okay. It's all, like, the ego on some of these motherfuckers. It's all, just relax. All that violence and punching for what? You been to 10,000 parties to be late in a party? Just sit there, wait till security clear the shit out, and you'll be good. And Quavo, honestly, you punching Beyonce's associate is like you punching Beyonce. That's what happened. Honestly, the headline should read, Quavo gives Beyonce a black eye. That's what it should, because that's how the Beehive see it, girl. I don't know what to tell you, Quavo. Just add some patience into your life. Sprinkle some calm and serenity over your whole being and existence. You be good. And since we're over here talking about patience, a lot of y'all were patiently waiting for Watchmen season 2. Them girls said no ma'am. Them girls said no ma'am. And I feel multiple ways about it. On one hand, of course, I want to see the story continue, especially with the way that it was done. The acting, the cinematography, the storytelling. Of course, I would want another season. But the producer was just like, girl, I said what I said, and that's it. Let me make sure I get this right. Lindelof told USA Today this week that he's told the story he wants to tell with HBO's Watchmen and has no interest in a second season, though he's given his blessing to HBO should it want to pursue a new installment with another writer-producer, but the network is saying that it's very unlikely to happen. So yeah, I'm really sad that we're not going to see the story continue, especially I would have loved to see Regina King use the powers of Dr. Manhattan. If that's what actually happened, I think she got the powers of Dr. Manhattan. So yeah, I wanted another season, but if the story is done, let it be done. I really have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Game of Thrones and HBO. If you think that season 2 of this shit is gonna be garbage or trash, don't put it out. Don't put it out. let us just have this season. Let's just rewatch it. We can even have reviewing parties if we need to, and let's just savor the flavor of that, because if y'all come out with a season 2 with another producer, writer, director, whatever, and it's absolutely trash, then I'm gonna be even more mad. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And since I just mentioned Game of Thrones, Aldrides Busdaris Gustavo, let me tell you something. A dragon is not a slave. That's what Daenerys said. And if you thought that we were going to continue to be a slave to Dan and Dave's horrible ass writing, you thought wrong. House of the fucking Dragon comes back. Listen to what I'm saying to you. House of the Dragon comes back 2022. It's a long ways out, but I'm telling you right now, House Targaryen, everybody who's members of House Targaryen, everybody who's watching this who came from the lands of old Valyria says, we won! We won! HBO programming chief Casey Bloys told Variety at the Television Critics Association that House of the Dragon is likely coming in 2022. We're going to see dragons riding around. We're going to see our enemies getting burned. Our house words are fire and blood. You already know this. We're going to see Balerion, the motherfucking black girl. I'm excited! All right, and I'm so happy that that other prequel, what was it called? Blood Moon, was canceled. Casey Bloys also has some things to say about that. The prequel that was canceled, he said that prequel was 8,000 years before the current show, so it required more invention. One of the benefits of House of the Dragon is there was a text from George, and there was a little bit more of a roadmap. And I know that y'all definitely need that shit. So the other prequel did have more challenges in terms of establishing a world. So yeah, girl, I don't know why they thought that we wanted to see some fucking White Walkers walking around here, girl. We want to see dragons. Thank you so much. Give us Visenya. Give us the rest of the girls. Like, give us the Dance of Dragons. Give us this Targaryen Civil War. Give us what we fucking need, all right? And take as long as you want. I know 2020 is a long way out. I'm getting tired of waiting, but I would rather it be good than y'all hopping up on broomsticks and calling it a dragon and trying to sell that shit to us, okay? Make sure you get it right and tell the story right, all right? Keep George on speed dial, because Dan and Dave, I'm still mad at y'all. So let's focus on politics for the last part of this video. Ayanna Pressley has revealed that she is living with alopecia. In a very brave and bold video that she did for The Root, she ended up telling her story. She called her hair story both personal and political as she embraced her twist, but noticed back in the fall that her hair was falling out. I think she was at a vote. Let me see. Yeah, it was December 18th, House vote on impeachment articles against Donald Trump. She lost the last of her hair, and then she said, I didn't have the luxury of mourning what felt like the loss of a limb. It was a moment of transformation, not of my choosing. She said, I felt naked, exposed, and vulnerable. I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt betrayed. And then I also felt that I was participating in a cultural betrayal because of the little girls who write me letters coming to me, take selfies with me, hashtag twist nation like her hair. And she said, I felt like I owed all these girls an explanation. My husband says I don't, that everything isn't political. The reality is I'm black, I'm a black woman, and I'm a black woman in politics. Everything I do is political. I just think that took a whole lot of bravery. I think she only told like her close family members, but she said she wanted to be transparent with everyone. She also said that she hasn't come to terms with it yet, but she's coming to terms with it. Sending positive energy and positive vibes over there. I know that takes a lot, especially to do something like this in the public eye, but the courage and the motivation that she will give to other people, especially other people who are living with this, that's priceless. So the articles of impeachment have officially been sent to the Senate. Here is a video of the lawmakers, girl. They're walking it down. They're walking the articles down Statuary Hall towards the Senate. It's giving very much graduation processional. It's giving us very like black church choir processional. The way they're walking with that document. So yeah, they finally sent them to the Senate. This marks the beginning of the trial that will be taking place in the Senate. This did not make Trump happy. Trump was mad about it, as you can see from his tweet. He said that he got impeached, honey, and he typed in all caps like a middle schooler to let you know that he's serious. He got impeached for a perfect phone call. But the Constitution and the laws, they're saying something else, girl. That's why your ass is on trial. Obviously, it wasn't that perfect. Like, shut the fuck up, girl. Trump campaign, though, is saying that this is just a failed attempt to politically damage President Trump leading up to his re-election. Adam Schiff really put it perfectly when describing the situation that we're facing to the Associated Press. He said, the challenge is to get a fair trial. It shouldn't be a challenge if the senators are really going to live up to their oath to be impartial. They want a fair trial. That's obviously not where Mitch McConnell is coming from. We already know Mitch Tortoise McConnell. We already know Mitch Walmart shopping bag chin-built McConnell ain't gonna do shit fair in this trial. He's going to block as many things as he can, just like he seems to have blocked the Grim Reaper this whole time. So I took some notes. I wanted to do a quick breakdown of the trial that's actually going to happen. And this is coming from Politico. This is based off of the last impeachment trial that happened. So here's the timeline. On day one, they have the oath. Chief Justice John Roberts will preside over the trial and swear in 100 senators. Then you have the trial briefs, which can take like 4 to 6 days. This is where both sides create their arguments. Then you have the argument stage. They have that as taking 6 days. That's when both sides present the arguments that they created. Then you have the questioning stage. They have that as taking 3 days. Each team presents its case. Senators have an opportunity to question the lawyers by submitting their questions to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Then you got the off-ramps. They also have that as taking 3 days. This is where the senators have the option to file a bunch of motions, and this is important because some of those motions include a motion to dismiss this whole thing, a motion to dismiss the case, and a motion to call the witnesses. Then we have the witnesses coming forward. They have that as taking 0 to 7 days because it just depends on what the Senate decides to do, like if they do decide to call witnesses up. Then you have 1 day for closing arguments, 1 to 3 days for deliberation, and 1 day for the final vote. That's a very overarching, very broad view of the trial that's going to be happening in the Senate. You know the government take forever to do a goddamn thing. So yeah, that's it. That's all the information I have for you today. Make sure that you check out patreon.com/AdrianExpression for all of the upcoming content. Remember, all the patrons get all these videos first before it comes to YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. And also I hope that you have, say it with me, a good goddamn evening.